Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, Carnival and Royal seem to be looking at an issue on the cruise ships that a lot of people have lately been saying, hey, you gotta fix, as well as we have some issues in Australia and New Zealand. It's not the cruise ships, it's staffing once again. So that's right, New Zealand just opened up its borders altogether, Australia's open, and the cruise ships are getting ready to head back. Quite a few princess ships are getting ready to sail off in that direction. I did a story yesterday about the Quantum of the Seas about to head off in that direction in another month or so. And we're a little bit worried that there's going to be staffing issues for the shore excursions, in the hotels, in the restaurants, in the buses, etc. They're just not getting enough people hired fast enough. It seems like a lot of people are still staying away since the pandemic. It's been that way everywhere, folks. It's been that way in Alaska. It's been that way in Florida. It's been that way in California. It's been that way in Canada. They're having a hard time getting full staff back in the service industry, even still to this day, that we're kind of saying that the pandemic's kind of over, but we're living with it, but people just aren't going back to work like they were, especially in the tourism industry, like airlines, for instance. I did just announce the other day that the Norwegian cruise line just took possession of the Prima. They're all excited about that. And just a few days after that, they floated out the next ship in that class, the Viva. So yeah, it's floating out, which means it won't take long for that one to be ready to be up and sailing for next year as well. So there you go. 2 new ships coming from NCL, and they have plans for six of those ships, and they're a whole new design. So kind of looking forward to getting on one of those ships myself. And while the Norwegian Pearl, while we're speaking of Norwegian Pearl is still sailing. They did not sustain any damage that would cause any issues with the ship from that fishing vessel that hit it just off the coast of Nantucket. Well, it looks like the Coast Guard said, yeah, you know what? We're going to investigate exactly what happened, to whose fault it was. Now, they did hit midship, which kind of makes it look like the fishing vessel ran into the huge 1,000-foot cruise ship out there. But they want to find out why. Did the cruise ship cut them off? Was there perhaps a problem with the GPS locator that the cruise ship maybe wasn't sending out? It doesn't look like any of that, but they have to do an investigation nonetheless, especially since a passenger vessel with so many people on board were involved. And yeah, there was a quite significant damage done to the Gabby G, the fishing vessel that was there. And from all accounts, it looks like the person that was injured, the crew member, is okay. It was just some minor lacerations, cuts and bruises, that sort of thing. Nothing life-threatening. So good news there. Now, I want to talk about what Carnival and Royal Caribbean are doing to make our guest experience that much better, and a good thing they're also doing for their crew members. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything cruising, from cruise vlogs to ship locations to cruise news to destinations to hotel rooms, where to stay, and tips and tricks to save you money as well. All that. I cover all that here on the channel. Hopefully more of that in the future instead of just the news, now that we're sailing almost at capacity once again. Again, it doesn't cost a thing. It really helps the channel out, and I'd really appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who subscribed so far. Okay. Carnival just announced that they are making changes to their internet. They've noticed that there is a huge increase from passengers wanting to use the internet on their cruise ships. Now, if you've used internet on the cruise ships, there's all different levels, right? There's the the basic package where you might be able to open up your email. There's another package that you can stream with it. There's multiple devices that you can use. But the more devices are used, the more bandwidth on the cruise ship is being used at once. And if you go on a sea day on a large cruise ship and everyone's trying to access the internet at the same time for things like what to do on the app that you have on your phone to see what the itinerary is, to order food, to order drinks, to surf the web, to call your mother on the phone, like an internet phone. All that stuff takes up bandwidth, and the internet experience on most cruise ships is horrible. It's horrible. It's not what it is at home. It's way, way slower. Well, Royal Caribbean just put on the Freedom of the Seas the Starlink from Elon Musk's SpaceX, and it apparently made the ship's internet basically like you're sitting in a Starbucks surfing the web in Starbucks. That fast for everybody on the ship. Not only the download speed, which is what you use for surfing, but upload speed as well, which is if you are downloading, say for instance, I'm there and I have to send a big file for work, and you're uploading it then to the system, well, that was even faster as well, which would be great news if they do that right across their fleet. Well, Carnival is taking a different approach. What they're doing is increasing the bandwidth overall, and what they're doing is they're connecting to multiple satellites at once instead of just using the bandwidth from, say, one satellite. So they can triple their bandwidth by using 3 satellites at once, which should make connectivity much, much better on their ships. The one thing that worried me was they said that they are noticing that everyone's looking for the premier package, which is the streaming as well. They want to, sometimes you want to watch Netflix while you're sitting relaxing in your room or something like that. Well, they notice a lot of people are taking the premium packages, so they're using a lot of width and bandwidth on that. So they're taking a balanced approach between the upload and the download bandwidth. And now that concerns me as somebody who needs to upload a lot. And quite often, I can stream and download and watch YouTube and Facebook and all that, no problem on some cruise ships, absolutely. But then I go to upload a little 3-minute video and it takes 4 hours to do it. So I hope they're not taking away the upload speed and adding just more download speed that way. It's better for everybody, but it's not better for people who actually work on cruise ships. And there's more and more of us out there now as more and more people work from home and have jobs that they're doing that way. Many people in the government here in Canada aren't going back to the office. They all work from home and they can work on a cruise ship. So this could be an issue. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully this just increases right across the board and makes the internet much, much faster. Not just connecting to the app so I can order something. I want to be able to surf if you say I can surf. I want to be able to stream if you say I can stream. That's the reason I'm buying the premium package, which in some cases can be $300-400 for a week. So yeah, I want the fastest service they can provide. Now, one thing both Royal Caribbean and Carnival have now done for their crew members is they are also giving them the free WhatsApp, which is how you can stay connected with friends and family at home. As you know, sometimes they're gone for 6 to 8 months. And you can get really lonely. And if you keep calling or trying to surf the web and you have to pay for the internet, it's going to cost the crew member a good chunk of their income just to stay connected with their parents and their wives and husbands and family and things like that. This way, it's free. They can message each other and stay in contact every single day. Good job, Royal Caribbean and Carnival. I hope every cruise line out there does that for their crew members at a minimum, And if we get even faster internet and it doesn't slow down the speeds, just give them the internet because it's a tough job. They make our cruises what they are. All the crew members out there, we would not enjoy cruising half as much if it wasn't for the crew on board, making it our best vacation ever. So anything that they get, I want them to have more. And good for Royal and Carnival for taking that step forward. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. We'll see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world. Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.